Have you noticed how your legs just don't feel as steady as they used to? Maybe climbing stairs feels like a bigger chore, or walking even a short distance leaves your muscles aching in a way they didn't before. It can be disheartening, can't it? That feeling of wobbliness, of losing that sturdy foundation you always relied on. It's easy to just put it down to getting old, something unavoidable that you just have to live with. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if there was a simpler explanation for some of that weakness and instability? And more importantly, something relatively easy you could do about it. You see, sometimes, the secret to keeping your legs feeling strong and capable, even into your 80s or 90s, isn't about strenuous workouts or complicated therapies. Often, it boils down to making sure your body has the basic building blocks it needs. In this video, we're going to look at 6 specific vitamins that play a surprisingly crucial role in keeping your legs feeling strong, your muscles working right, and your balance steady. These aren't exotic supplements you've never heard of. They're common nutrients, but many of us just aren't getting enough of them, especially as we get a little older. We'll explore why each one matters and where you can find them easily. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's start with one that often gets talked about. And for good reason, especially when we think about strength and stability vitamin D. Now, you might immediately think of vitamin D and bones. And you'd be absolutely right. It is essential for helping your body absorb calcium, which is the cornerstone of strong bones. And strong bones are fundamental to strong legs, aren't they? Your muscles attach to your bones, and if the foundation isn't solid, everything feels less stable. But vitamin D does more than just help with bones. It also plays a direct role in muscle function. Studies have shown that having adequate levels of vitamin D can improve muscle strength, particularly in the lower body, and even reduce the risk of falls in older adults. Think about that for a moment. Just getting enough of this one vitamin could potentially make your muscles work more efficiently and help prevent those nasty stumbles. Why is this such a common issue as we get older? Well, for a couple of reasons. Our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight as we age, and many of us just don't spend as much time outdoors as we used to. Plus, there aren't a huge number of foods that naturally contain a lot of vitamin D. You find it in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Egg yolks have a little, and some mushrooms exposed to UV light, but often, the main sources in our diet are fortified foods, things like milk, plant-based milk alternatives, some cereals, and orange juice that have vitamin D added to them. So, if you're not getting much sun and not regularly eating these specific foods, it's quite possible your vitamin D levels are lower than they should be, and that could be directly impacting how strong and reliable your leg muscles feel. It's worth talking to your doctor about getting your vitamin D levels checked, and they might recommend a supplement, especially during the darker months or if you spend most of your time indoors. Making sure your levels are good could be one of the simplest steps you take towards feeling more confident on your feet. But it's not just vitamin D working alone. There's another important player that's absolutely critical for muscles, including those in your legs, and that's magnesium. Magnesium is involved in literally hundreds of processes in the body, and its role in muscle and nerve function is paramount. Your muscles need magnesium to contract and relax properly. Without enough of it, you might experience muscle cramps, twitches, or just general weakness and fatigue in your legs. Ever woken up with a painful Charlie horse in your calf? Low magnesium could be a culprit. It also works closely with calcium. Calcium causes muscle contraction, and magnesium helps them relax. You need that balance for smooth, efficient movement. Magnesium is also crucial for nerve signals that tell your muscles what to do. If those signals aren't firing correctly, your coordination and strength can suffer. The good news is that magnesium is found in a decent variety of foods, though many people still don't get enough. Good sources include leafy green vegetables like spinach and kale, nuts, especially almonds, cashews, and Brazil nuts, seeds like pumpkin and chia seeds, legumes, beans and lentils, whole grains, and even dark chocolate. Think about adding a handful of almonds to your snack, tossing some spinach into a smoothie or omelet, or having a side of beans with your meal. Simple swaps can add up. Unlike vitamin D, which you can measure with a blood test, assessing magnesium levels can be a bit trickier, as most is stored in bones and tissues, not circulating freely in the blood. But focusing on incorporating magnesium-rich foods daily is a proactive step you can take. Feeling less cramping and more stable could be linked to getting enough of this often overlooked mineral. Moving on from minerals that act like the conductors of your muscle orchestra, let's think about something that powers the very signals that get your legs moving: the B vitamins, specifically vitamin B12. While not directly involved in muscle contraction like magnesium or bone density like vitamin D, B12 is absolutely vital for healthy nerve function, and your leg muscles rely entirely on nerves to receive the messages from your brain telling them to walk, stand, climb, and balance. If the nerves in your legs aren't working properly, you can experience numbness, tingling often described as pins and needles, weakness, and difficulty with coordination and balance. This nerve damage, often called peripheral neuropathy, can make your legs feel heavy, clumsy, and unreliable, significantly increasing your risk of falling. Vitamin B12 deficiency is particularly common in older adults for a few reasons. As we age, our stomach produces less acid, which is needed to release B12 from food. Also, many older adults take medications, like those for heartburn or diabetes, that can interfere with B12 absorption. Unlike some other vitamins, B12 is primarily found in animal products, meat, fish, poultry, eggs, and dairy. If you follow a vegetarian or vegan diet, or if your diet is low in these foods, you are at higher risk of deficiency. Fortunately, many plant-based foods like cereals, plant milks, and nutritional yeast are fortified with B12. For older adults, especially those with absorption issues or who take certain medications, a supplement or B12 injections are often recommended by doctors. It's another vital check to have with your healthcare provider if you're experiencing unexplained weakness, numbness, or balance problems in your legs. Ensuring your nerves are getting the fuel they need with adequate B12 can make a world of difference in how connected and controlled your legs feel. Now, let's talk about another key player in muscle function and fluid balance that directly impacts how your legs feel and perform: potassium. Potassium is an electrolyte, which means it helps conduct electrical signals in your body, including the ones that tell your muscles to contract. It works in partnership with sodium to maintain the proper balance of fluids inside and outside your cells. This balance is essential for muscle function, preventing cramps, and ensuring smooth, coordinated movements. Low potassium levels, a condition called hypokalemia, can lead to muscle weakness, fatigue, and cramps, especially in the legs. You might feel like your legs just don't have the power they used to, or they might cramp up unexpectedly, particularly at night. Getting enough potassium also plays a role in maintaining healthy blood pressure, which is important for good circulation. Ensuring your leg muscles receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to function well. The good news is that potassium is abundant in many common fruits, vegetables, and other foods. Think bananas, the classic example, sweet potatoes, spinach, beans and lentils, yogurt, and fish. Incorporating a variety of these foods into your daily meals is the best way to ensure you're getting enough. For instance, having a banana with breakfast, adding beans to your soup or chili, or making a side of roasted sweet potatoes. Be mindful that certain medications, particularly diuretics often prescribed for high blood pressure, can cause your body to lose potassium. If you're on such medication and experiencing leg cramps or weakness, it's definitely something to discuss with your doctor. They might recommend dietary changes or even a supplement, but always check with them first, as too much potassium can also be problematic, especially if you have kidney issues. Making sure your electrolyte balance is right with enough potassium can help keep those muscle signals firing strong and prevent those disruptive cramps that can make your legs feel unreliable. Moving on from the electrolytes and nerve fuel, let's consider something crucial for the very structure and repair of the tissues in your legs. Vitamin C. When you think of vitamin C, you probably think of oranges and fighting off colds. Right. And yes, it's a powerful antioxidant and supports your immune system. But vitamin C is also absolutely essential for the production of collagen. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body and is a major component of connective tissues, things like your skin, tendons, ligaments, and even blood vessels. Your leg muscles are attached to bones by tendons, and your joints are held together by ligaments. Strong, healthy tendons and ligaments, supported by adequate collagen, are vital for stability, flexibility, and preventing injuries. Think about how everything in your legs is connected. Muscles, bones, tendons, ligaments. Vitamin C helps keep that whole system robust. Furthermore, healthy blood vessels, also reliant on collagen for their structure, are needed to deliver oxygen and nutrients efficiently to your leg muscles and carry away waste products. Good circulation is key to muscle health and preventing that heavy, tired feeling. Low vitamin C intake can impact your body's ability to repair tissues and keep everything supple and strong. While severe deficiency scurvy is rare these days, suboptimal levels can still affect collagen production. The best sources of vitamin C are fruits and vegetables, citrus fruits, oranges, grapefruits, berries, kiwis, bell peppers, broccoli, spinach, and tomatoes. Eating a colorful variety of these foods every day is usually enough to meet your needs. A morning smoothie packed with berries and spinach, adding bell peppers to a stir-fry, or simply having an orange as a snack are all great ways to boost your intake. Supporting your body's collagen factory with enough vitamin C contributes to the overall resilience and health of your leg tissues. Finally, let's talk about a vitamin that works closely with vitamin D to keep your bones strong, but also plays another interesting role that impacts leg health: vitamin K. Like vitamin D, vitamin K is essential for bone health. It helps your body use calcium effectively and directs it to your bones, where it's needed, rather than potentially accumulating in soft tissues like your arteries. Stronger bones, as we discussed with vitamin D, provide that crucial foundation for strong, stable legs. But vitamin K also plays a vital role in blood clotting. While too much clotting is dangerous, healthy blood clotting is necessary to stop bleeding when you get a cut or bruise, less directly related to muscle strength itself. This function is part of overall health and mobility. However, some research suggests vitamin K might have other roles related to muscle quality or function, though this area is still being explored. For keeping legs strong and bones sturdy as you age, its primary benefit alongside vitamin D is its role in bone metabolism. There are a couple of forms of vitamin K. Vitamin K1 is found abundantly in leafy green vegetables like kale, spinach, collard greens, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. Vitamin K2 is found in some animal products and fermented foods, and is also produced by bacteria in your gut. Eating your greens is the easiest way to get plenty of K1. A salad, some steamed broccoli, or adding spinach to your cooking are excellent choices. If you are taking blood-thinning medication like warfarin, it's very important to keep your vitamin K intake consistent and discuss any significant dietary changes or supplements with your doctor, as vitamin K can interact with these medications. For most people, though, ensuring adequate vitamin K through diet is another piece of the puzzle for supporting strong bones and, by extension, strong, reliable legs. So, we've talked about vitamin D for bones and muscle strength, magnesium for muscle and nerve function, vitamin B12 for healthy nerves and preventing numbness, potassium for muscle contraction and preventing cramps, vitamin C for collagen, tendons, and circulation, and vitamin K for bone health alongside vitamin D. It might sound like a lot to remember, but think about it not as a list of supplements you must take, but as encouragement to focus on a varied, nutrient-rich diet. Many of the foods we mentioned, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, beans, fish, fruits, contain several of these helpful nutrients all at once. Adding a spinach salad with some nuts and beans, having fish a couple of times a week, snacking on an orange or a handful of berries, these aren't drastic changes, but they can make a real difference over time. Remember, feeling weaker or less stable in your legs isn't just an inevitable consequence of getting older. Sometimes, it's your body signaling that it needs a little extra support, some key nutrients that might be running low. By focusing on these 6 vitamins, you're giving your muscles, nerves, bones, and connective tissues the best possible chance to stay strong and functional. It's about building resilience from the inside out. It's empowering to know that something as simple as adjusting what you eat, or talking to your doctor about a potential deficiency, could be a powerful step towards regaining confidence in your movement and enjoying the freedom that comes with feeling steady on your feet. Don't let the fear of falling or the difficulty of moving around limit your life. Small, consistent efforts to nourish your body can lead to surprising improvements in how you feel and what you can do. You deserve to walk tall, climb those stairs with less effort, and feel stable and secure. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you noticed a difference in your leg strength or stability? Are there specific foods you rely on to feel your best? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else. If you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who could benefit from this information. And if you want more practical tips and positive perspectives on living your best life at every age, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, keep moving, and live your best life at every age.